Ron, we have another question from our member. They ask, I want to fund humanitarian projects. Can I get a list of LWS members' projects to fund, or should I use the projects from Q to fund projects in?
Okay, that's an interesting question. Some people think that they need a project, and so they found because we're gonna fund projects, and so you write your projects down, and this is what I'm going to do. And I tell them the alliance is not interested in funding your project; they're funding you as a humanitarian. Now that creates a different way of looking at it. It also creates a different way for projects to be recognized as valued. Now, if you think that I'm going to build wheelchair ramps for the neighbors in my CAC, well, that's a great thing. Um, it's kind of a small endeavor, but if that's what you're planning to do for your project, that's okay. Now, the project, if it's really sincere, if it really has passion for you, then you're already building wheelchair ramps for people because that's what you want to do. And that's what Q has been trying to tell us. You create something that you think is well, I've got to create a project so that I can qualify for the money to do the project. Well, that's just opposite. Your passion is what they're funding, and your passion and the funds that you will get will be used for the things that you want to have control of and want to do and want to help do. So let's understand that the projects then have to have the element of projects is that it's part of your passion. And when it's part of your passion, then the money will flow to it through you. And if money will flow from its present source to you so that you can do that for the things that you have passion on. Now, which comes first, the doing or the passion? I'm not sure. So, this is a very good question. Humanitarian projects. Where do you find the projects that are near and dear to you? Well, it's your job to find those things so that you can get yourself in a position to qualify so that you'll get the money to do those things. So there's a lot of stuff that has been thrown upon us in this last year as far as our ability to control projects and use projects properly and find out what's necessary for us to receive our funds. I say listening to the voice of the Spirit is going to be a very big check in your vetting process. Okay, here's a box. Well, this person is very much involved in their project, so that's a big check for them. See, that's part of their vetting process, and being able to listen to the voice of the Spirit will help you because if you're trying to find the director for the CAC in that area, then how do you know of the 4 or 5 different people that you're interviewing? How do you know which one to choose? And here's a you say, well, I think I'll choose this person here. God said, yeah, that's the right one. No, that isn't the way it works. You have your set of people there. You say I think this is the best one, and then you go and inquire about it. Well, they're going to say, well, what do you think about it? And then you start talking. Well, he's got this, he's got this, he's got this, or she has this. Very qualified in medical or whatever the project's going to be. That's how they help you to come to a conclusion. They do not take the conclude or answer your question as if they are the ones that are answering the question. They're just helping you to use your thought processes to come to a conclusion. And then they'll say, well, we agree with your thinking. I think that would be a good person. Now, is that the only person? Well, I don't know if you ask those kinds of questions. I just want to find a person, the person that I should have for the CAC in that particular location. And so I go through and I explain why I think that's the best person. If it's good, if I've come to the right conclusion, they'll give me confirmation on that. So,
Well said, Ron. And we'll be right back with another question.